You know, we almost didn't make it. It was almost a travesty. We were about to lose this show. This show was about to get deported. It was gonna get cut, but we fought for it.
Fuck them all to death.
We just said, hey Elon, listen, we're trying over here, all right? Listen,
Elon, we love you.
we got rid of the DEI policies. All right, we're just trying to get it together over here on this fucking show, okay? Slender, you fucking can you hear? You good now?
Kind of.
Fuck, that's not a good.
I can hear, but I don't know if what was
Oh,
going
okay.
on.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you just couldn't hear our tunes, dude. Uh, Charles, how you feeling today? You feeling
Feeling good. Feeling good. I'm glad we were able to do this program. I cannot wait to discuss how everyone is a fucking retard the last couple weeks. Nothing's really changed in terms of dealing with the fake news and ignorance out there that we are going to clearly spell out for you on this program today. We are going to fucking break it down so even your fucking 3.5 IQ point brain can soak that knowledge in and understand why these terrors are in place. All right. So happy belated Liberation Day. Fuck y'all.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what it is. Well, it was yesterday, but Liberation Day.
We're gonna drop the knowledge on you, fucking.
We're liberated.
We are very liberated.
Ah, God, Cody, how you feeling today, buddy?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, yeah. You know, just hanging in there, fucking them all to death.
Fucking them all to death. I'm
Yeah, trying my best.
trying your. All right, so where do you want to land first? Today? Do you want to do? You want to just jump right into tariffs? You want to do fucking some deportation fun?
I mean, so deportation. Let's talk. Let's just jump into a little deportation. I think the people are used to the deportation saga now. It's been going on since day one, so y'all know the program by now. You don't belong here. You get the fuck out. I'm gonna fucking lay it out real simple for y'all. If you are not a resident or a citizen or on a permanent form of residency in America, and you act up, you getting the fuck out.
All right, but wait, but what about if
Yeah,
they're like,
I want you to break the scenarios for me. I'm going to war with these morons. So you know what? All right.
all right,
Was this the one dude that we made a mistake on? Let me stop you right there. Is this gonna be one of these emotional arguments on how could they possibly have fucked this up? Well, guess what? When you let millions of assholes that shouldn't be here, turns out that when you I don't want to see. I don't care. I honestly I just don't care. I I understand the situation. I hope they recover him quickly if he's not supposed to be there. You know, if you make a mistake, you rectify it
all right, but
quickly.
wait, which one do you think?
But you see, if to
Which
ma'am,
one
I
do
am
you
so
think
sorry
this
for you,
is?
but you see, if this problem hadn't happened in the first place and we weren't fucking invaded, then your husband wouldn't be going to a max security prison. So you see, it's not the fault of the people cleaning the shit up. It's the
That's his
people that
sister.
left the shit there in the first place. So I'm sorry that happened. It's actually insane that the media has such a fucking rock hard fucking tranny hard on for this because it's the one fuck up they've been able to point out of all the million of assholes that we've gotten out of here. And you know what else? The fucking judges. Don't get me started on these fucking judges. All right. Last couple weeks, what we've seen here is these fucking retard redditors trying to say, look at Trump doing all this shit, so the courts are now trying to stop him because he's a tyrant. Well, guess what, dipshits? Have you ever considered that maybe it's the fucking courts overstepping their fucking judicial branch authority into the executive branch? Did you know we have three branches of government, you fucking retards? You know we had three branches? Each of them have a power. One does not overstep the other one. You are fixated fixated on how Trump is overstepping its executive authority that you cannot even fathom to think for a second, a fucking millisecond, that maybe, just maybe, the other branch is doing the same thing that you're accusing him of. It's actually fucking insane. And it's just so goddamn obvious when you count the same motherfuckers getting the fucking cases assigned to them, not in a round robin style, just to the same motherfucker over and over. You don't find that sus? You fuckers really just think, well, that's just the way the system was, bro. You get 3-4 cases, all RNG, bro. That's just real good RNG, man. That judge right there that really hates Trump, like that guy, he just keeps landing them cases, bro. So
Okay, but who do we have checking these fucking tattoos? Okay,
I don't even actually give a shit.
listen. These are not like the Real Madrid tattoo.
Okay,
Come on.
so his attorney says he was deported because of his soccer tattoo. Bro, let's get a little bit more insight because you know what
No,
happens
no,
with
no,
these
no, no,
motherfuckers
no,
sometimes?
no, wait. There's like, it's a pretty fucking obvious like logo, dude. Like,
Okay,
never.
so
Let's get off the soccer player because like that's not the point I'm trying to make. This was one of them. There was. Hold on. Let me bring this shit up here.
we're about to name all the 0.003% of mistakes that we are making. Oh no.
All right, all right. I'm not even gonna fucking.
Look, man, I don't care if you show me 10 people that got fucking
All
taken.
right. There was the fucking gay hairdresser guy, which that honestly that sucks. But the gay hairdresser guy, the soccer player, and there's a third one. There's a third one.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Yeah, well, you said one. Listen, we need to check the tattoos better, okay?
And these are all people that got rounded up because of their tattoos and shit, not because they had an association with
That's
someone that
bro,
maybe was doing something wrong.
that was the reasons given. It was based on tattooing.
And this couldn't have possibly been because maybe this guy got in contact with the wrong crowd by mistake and he got associated with them. Like, have we ruled that out?
So what I'm reading here is he actually entered through Biden's app as an asylum seeker to come to the U.S.
Okay.
But that's all
Makes
the
sense.
real
They all
information
did.
it's given me when I'm looking at
Yeah, because all these guys were
specifics.
here legally.
Come on down to America. Borders open.
So that actually brings into the question then, is it truly legal when it was through the expedited process of that?
No, see, nobody that came through that app is legit. That was that bullshit. Whatever happened with that fucking bullshit app, the way that it is set up now is correct. You are going fucking home. CBP home, get the fuck out of here.
See, that's why I have a discrepancy with this case because, yeah,
I'll
okay,
be
if
back, guys.
the tattoo by itself, sure, I could say, that's just a mistake. They can rectify it. But if he is not fully here legally, then they're not technically entirely wrong either.
Shit, they had one dude that just left on an administrative error. It wasn't even a fucking tattoo. That's what they're just calling it. The one guy that I couldn't remember he was just some father, like he was a steel worker. That was it. Like they fucking got him from his job, but they said it was an administrative error. So that one didn't even fucking. It wasn't even a tattoo. It was just whoops.
All right.
It was just a whoops.
I mean,
Okay, but
what do you mean a whoops? Like they said it was an error and they fixed it, or did they say that it was an administrative error?
He's still over there. He's still over there.
Okay, my question is, what are like the specifics? Because, like I said, digging into this,
Okay.
nobody's even talking about how
Alright,
this guy
hold on,
came here
hold
to
on.
this through the CBP app.
Hold on, let me present what I'm fucking reading over here, or what I'm showing over here. I love this program. It's a fucking good program, right? All right. Bam. Can you see it? Is it good?
I see it.
All right. So says here. Hold on. He was sent back to native El Salvador, so at least he was from there this time. acknowledged on Monday was an administrative error. Despite with this, White House officials argued against bringing him back, alleging without showing proof that he had ties to an MS-13 gang. Hold on. Says it lacks. Administration further says it lacks the power to seek his return from El Salvador's government, noting that the U.S. court could at best order the White House to entreat or even Koholi a close ally. So like, no, he's still over there, dude. And they're like, they're finding reasons to not bring him back. So he's like just fucked. They admit it's a mistake.
But then what? They don't bring him back because he didn't have legal status. Like, is that the
No,
problem?
they're alleging without showing proof. According to this, it is local 10 news. But they're saying that he was involved with an MS-13 game, but there's no like fucking proof of that. They just pulled him out of a steel mill.
So if that's the case they're going with, they would have to show proof of that. But
Yeah, I mean, that's
the
gonna go to
reason
court
that
at some point.
right, the reason that it doesn't, like, if they haven't already gone through proceedings to go into court and everything, it means that that's
He had
not
a
actually the
legal work
reason.
permit. He had a legal work permit issued by Homeland Security. That's what he was doing here.
Okay.
So that answers that. I don't like.
That
Okay,
partially answers that.
I understand that the media is cherry picking questions or cherry picking things because there's like
Well,
a
that's
few.
what they do.
To your point, there is a few, but I just want to point out that it's gotta suck to like just randomly wake up in El Salvador. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I was gonna go to work, come home, and I realized that come home meant really come home. Like that's some old bullshit to me. So I mean, I could do the low hanging fruit and talk about like the couple people that they deported because of their like free speech. But listen, dude, if you're fucking protesting Hamas,
I was okay. Don't even go there because those motherfucking terrorist sympathizers
Yeah,
need to get the fuck out too. We got enough of them here. We got enough white Karens burning shit, drawing swastikas. We do not need the ones from overseas also being fucking terrorists. Okay, we got enough terrorists.
but we don't need to be deporting just random fucking like barely English speaking, just trying to get by steel workers for fucking.
Yeah, no. I hope they fix the mistake, and I hope the right thing happens there. But again,
And gay hairdressers. I mean, come on, dude. Like,
that's wild.
I don't know. I agree with deporting those.
We need those. No, we need those. They're
Oh,
very
no,
they're very
dude,
important to the structure, man. You need the gay hairdresser.
We already have gay hairdressers. We don't need the Spanish ones.
They have a different flavor. No, you need them too.
yeah, dude, they're
Yeah,
important.
A couple.
They're different. You're a
A
different
couple.
gay. It's
But
not the same gay.
We already have plenty down in Key West. We only need a couple.
No. See, the white gays and the Hispanic gays are not the same gays. Like you can't say black gay and white gay and Hispanic gay are the same gay. They're different. gays.
Are you calling the
Well,
white Spanish
gonna get
ones
a
just
beer for the
purely
next
white?
No. White Spanish, white like colored Spanish is closer to brown Spanish than it is to white.
All right. We're coming back. I had to get a beer for this next segment
Yeah, there we
'Cause,
go. Me and my
this-
twisted teas.
because I had to buy this beer before the tariffs kicked in.
So yeah, we covered it. We covered at least what we've covered for the whole year, which is get the fuck out of here.
Listen, I'm sure there's going to be more,
Probably.
but I'm just saying, it sucks to wake up one day in El
It does.
Salvador.
I'm not gonna. We shouldn't be making mistakes.
Yeah.
I think that devalues the success of the program when you make a mistake, and hopefully again they make. If there's only 3 people they found so far, then the rate of success is pretty good. Again, this shouldn't be happening, but we had to do it because we let all these motherfuckers into the country. So if there's anyone to blame, it's that that dumb administration, that dumb and that stupid Biden and the stupid
Biden.
See-
I was waiting for that Biden. All right, all right, all right, all right. Listen, we avoided the subject enough, but we got to talk about it. It's tariff season, baby.
Oh, it's tariff season, baby.
It's tariff season. The stock market has gone crazy.
Yep.
It is completely plummeted, by the way.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, I mean, plummeted. It's,
I would
I
pay
mean,
closer
it-
attention to the companies that are plummeting and look at who's invested into them.
I mean, Nvidia is pretty pissed today.
Nvidia was already, no. Okay, hold on. Let me actually. I know there's a side tangent, but Nvidia as a stock, absolutely overvalued. Absolutely, it went on a run for like a year and a half or a year, whatever. Generational gains. It only a fucking retard would not expect that stock to pull back at some time. That shit was Pelosi pumped that bitch up so fucking hard, bro.
Apple's
that-
down 9.2, Amazon's down 9.
That's
Yep.
whatever, bro. All these stocks are over. If you look at the stock market the last couple of years, that shit was just a fucking gravy train up. Like it's this correction period. It's just
But
a
also,
correction
like I
period.
said, look at
Buy
who's
now.
invested into those companies.
And look who's trying to short them and shit.
Who do you hold on? Because maybe I can help you here.
So I don't really need a lot of help. Or there's two
this is not an
very
investment
prominent
advice.
investment firms. Two very prominent investment firms that people like to talk about a lot that are highly invested into those companies that are not doing too well.
Who's
Bro,
that?
all this shit's gonna bounce back. All this shit's gonna bounce back. Everyone's eating a bag of dicks.
Well,
They don't know what the fuck they're going on.
ones
And you know
like
the people
BlackRock and
complaining most
Vanguard.
about this? The people complaining most about this, y'all don't have any stocks. Y'all broke ass paycheck to fucking bitches. Y'all don't got any savings, all right?
We're over here
So
with
work on paying
stocks.
off your credit card, okay? All right, you work on that. You let the big boys worry about the stock market, okay? Because it don't affect you.
My portfolio is up.
I got out a long time ago. I was a terrible fucking trader. I said, fuck that shit. I rely on a pension that I'll collect like 30 years from now, so I really don't give a fuck.
Oh, I just
This
deal
is
with ETFs and things like
Sabotage
that.
the world's economy engine while claiming to supercharge it.
Oh.
Oh, brother. Okay, look.
So they're only putting the tariffs that we're charging them, but not the tariffs that they're charging us,
Yeah, I'm trying to find that, but
Look,
because
man.
they don't want to show that.
Well, okay, so the problem is everyone's fixated on these fucking numbers and tariffs and who's charging what. Okay. The premise of the tariffs going back and forth is factual in the sense of the tariffs stay. People on both sides will end up paying more money when buying a product outside their country affected by the tariffs. I think that is a factual statement that I think most people I think everyone's on the page there, right? Like everyone's like, hey, these tariffs are going to raise money. That's why everyone's freaking out. But what everyone does not seem to get to the next fucking step is that America imposes the tariffs on them while they already had tariffs on us. By the way, those were already there, right? We can say that the reason we are tariffing them is because they were tariffing us.
There it is.
So now the pressure, because the argument is if you put tariffs on them, that's hurting us. But they put tariffs on us and they ain't hurting themselves. So let's all stop it there. But the point is now that we did a this I love what he did here because he's not even charging them the full amount back, right? They did fucking 50% math here. The premise of this tariff shit, and this is why Canada and Mexico already fucking tuck their tails between their legs, is that America's dick is bigger.
More than Canada
All
and
right.
Mexico already did.
So
Well, Canada's
you can play
Canada's
this
flippy
game.
floppy right
we
now.
can play this game and each side can hold their tariffs and now they can pay the tariffs too. And we'll see how, and yes, it's going to suck a little bit, but y'all really want to play this game with America? Because let me tell you, Mexico and Canada realizing real quick who's going to fucking get fucked up real quick first. It's them.
Well, so
So
Mexico already backed down, but Canada's
that's
only
it.
said that they would back down if the US does, but they've
And I
also
think Trump
doubled
will do
down
that.
at the same time. So we'll see
Well,
what
okay,
happens
so
there.
Trump, I'm sure the play. So think about the play here. So and this is what I was trying to tell people, and I hate that people can't get it. The whole point of this administration, at least what we're being campaigned on, is we gotta stop fucking printing money, right? We gotta stop fucking printing money because that's what devalues everything. Your salary ain't gonna go up, but your dollar's gonna be worth less. And we've been on this trend for decades now. Everyone's complaining they can't afford shit. But when we try to do something to fix it so that you can afford some shit, you have a fucking Nazi down breakdown. This is the most Nazi thing ever. You are a fucking retard if you think this. Because again, this is consistent. This policy is consistent with the efforts for us to stop printing money. So we big dick these countries to stop their tariffs. We'll stop our tariffs, right? That ends the problem about things getting more expensive. But we force their hand because our dick's bigger, and now America is no longer paying these tariffs. AKA, we save that money now that we're not paying these tariffs, and we stop printing more fucking money. And again, this is a unified effort. The tariff cancellation process or balancing process, this is a cancellation in addition to what we got with Doge. So we're spending less money and we're paying less money. Therefore, we don't have to print more money. It's actually like insanely simple and just people can't get there. And it's like if you were a business and you were buying product and the product's too expensive, but you're like this big ass business and your suppliers have been ripping you off, and you're like, well, I'm threatening you basically to not do business with you anymore. So what's this small supplier gonna do? They want the big business to do business with them. So the supplier is gonna bend over to this big ass business, and now we're spending less money on product. In addition to that, we stopped buying some bullshit. We stopped buying Karens like their fucking espresso machine every 2 months and other fucking irrelevant bullshit. And now the country and the business in this case is saving fucking money so it can operate. But no, we can't have that. We can't get there. It's actually insane.
I I wish that my leftist podcast members were here today.
Ah, because they bitches. That's why they don't come on here. They like to talk their shit and post their fucking fake link. Oh, your muscle's gonna quit Doge. I'm talking to you, Alex. God fucking damn it, dude. You got more TDS than fucking any Karen that I've seen on the internet. Holy shit.
So I'm trying to get them on, but like here's the thing that I'm trying to understand. Because I'm not fully like I guess the whole thing with tariffs I'm not fully I guess
It is a kind of a trade
have
war
a
because
full
we
grasp
can't
on it.
invade them. So how
But
do we get them to do what we want?
here's my question. How is it not like a unilateral agreement that if we find out that we're getting fucked on something that we want to go and fix it, I would think that we would like want to do that. So like if we're figuring out that like one country is like super taxing us, we're not super taxing them. So we go, "Hey, we're going to fucking even that out." And everybody loses their shit. And I'm not understanding I understand y'all side of the argument because you communicate it better. I'm not understanding like their side of the argument. And I was hoping one of them would be here today, but they're not.
Well, you got to remember that their side is a side without any logic. So they usually just end up to emotional appeals of you're a Nazi and this is fascist and you can't be doing that because you're overstepping your constitutional authority somehow. And then it doesn't really help that Trump at this point is fucking trolling them. Like I love it. Like
I did hear
we'll
that. I did
talk about that.
I did hear that like they get pissed because it's like coming just from Trump and it's not coming from the Senate. And I think even Senate didn't. Yeah, Senate had a meeting today about that, didn't they?
But I think the executive, this might count as his what's the term, like foreign affairs policies. I think that even if it's economical, I guess it's an economical foreign affair policy. So therefore, the president has jurisdiction over that. So I think maybe that's why they're mad. But I mean, he's in his constitutional authority.
Of
So
tourism
this
to
was
Canada,
to,
that will be a costly tax increase for
yeah,
American families.
this was to end
If
the
the president
emergency on
has
Canada.
concerns about trade issues with Canada, guess what? This president negotiated a signature trade deal, the USMCA, that got 89 bipartisan votes in this chamber, and he has a negotiating process to find a resolution to any issue he cares about. The imposition of tariffs does nothing more than put a tax on American families. This is a tax, plain and simple,
Ah, this motherfucker.
enacted by one person. So I will vote today to end the emergency. I will vote today to try to reclaim the power of taxation, the power of the tariff, to where the Constitution designated it should properly be, and that is in Congress.
The yeas are 51, the nays are 48. The joint resolutions passed.
Mr. President,
So this was like the whole taxes on Canadian imports, and I guess and that like
How'd that
whole
pass? Who's the fucking? That was so Rand Paul fucked us, right? Like he voted
basically.
with the Democrats, and,
Yep.
and I swear, you know these people. Please end your political careers. I actually go for it, bro. Go for it. Go, you fucking
the president,
career motherfuckers can go fuck yourselves.
Hold on, I got some more on here. Oh yeah, here was Trump today talking about it, or yesterday I think this was. With the big fucking tweet.
Brings up the fucking
You look-
chart. He's like, I could have had a bigger
China,
chart.
first row. China, 67%. That's tariffs charged to the U.S. So 67%, I think you can, for the most part, see it. So 67%. So we're going to be charging a discounted receipt. European Union, they're very tough, very, very tough traders. You think of Europe, it's so pathetic. We're going to charge them 20%, so we're charging them essentially half. And I blame the people that sat right in that Oval Office, right over there, right behind the Resolute desk, or whichever percent. They would charge us 46% and much higher for certain items like cars, little items like cars. 46%, we're charging them 24%. Today, we're standing up for the American worker, and we are finally putting America first.
Yeah, America first, guy.
And also, like again, he makes a good point from time to time where, like, if we were in a crisis situation and we had to like rely on our own domestic product, we don't have it. We don't make shit here anymore. We rely on everybody. Like, we import a little bit from like, and we're getting scammed while doing it. Like,
It's going to
want
be
some
a
shit here.
free nation that we're dealing with. We're going to have a very free and beautiful nation. It's going to be liberation back in years to come, and you're going to say, he was right. This has turned out to be one of the most important days in the history of our country.
We're liberated. I think this is him just signing shit. Yeah, some more Trump orders. I got one more on this one. We ain't gotta watch this whole one. I'm not.
Hi, everyone. I'm Vladimir Jutit. We are following breaking news.
Yo, I gotta really buy some stock, like legit shit. Like,
Yeah,
I just don't
pops.
know, I don't know
Pops.
when it's gonna bottom out. That's the only thing. Like, I'm trying to like,
This morning,
when's a good
so
time to
the markets
buy?
this morning taking a plunge as investors react to the sweeping tariffs the White House announced yesterday. The Dow, the S&P 500,
I should have bought
and the
Tesla at
Nasdaq
210,
were
bro. I
all
really
down
fucked up.
more than 3% at one point. Global markets are also taking a hit. Japan's Nikkei finished down almost 3%, and major indices in Europe are also down. The new tariffs impact almost all of America's biggest trading partners. The president says it's designed to level the playing field. Javier David joins me now. He is the business editor for the
Yeah,
Dow.
so I don't need to go over there. So basically, yeah, tariffs are fucking making people go crazy. Slender, you wanna add on this? Since you're sitting there looking slender. No, did you die?
Mm,
All right, dude. Hey, we got a VTuber and he looks cool, and he's just there looking cool.
he's frozen in time.
I think he is. It looks like he's just sitting there lost in his meme box. But all right, fuck. Um. Oh shit. Look at this, Mister. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, hold up. Wait. This is a nice segue into our next topic here. Wait.
Possibly wanting a third term. Does that mean you're not planning to leave office on January?
I'm not looking at that, but I'll tell you, I have had
Look
I
at
think that's one of
this guy fucking cheesing in the back, bro. Just
Yeah, yeah.
fucking
No, that was my favorite part. That was my, my favorite. This dude is cracking up.
updated as a country again. Nobody coming in.
Oh, that's odd.
Had, like, another 50 years of ruling, and that's for us as a wrap. Like, so
Okay,
Baron
that was
Trump will
odd.
actually be the last dictator in America that our generation will see. That's
Sorry
just how
about
it's
that.
gonna go.
I stepped away to just get a refresh my drink and get some food because I have not eaten anything. And I come back and it said there was a problem, so I had to refresh it.
Okay, well,
Everything's I don't know about on your end, but on this end it's pretty good, you know? We're just talking dictators, future dictators.
Oh.
so third term, buddy. How you feeling about the third term president?
Doubt it's going to actually happen, but it would be funny.
It would be very funny.
Listen, we're going to 90 apparently. Is what Charles is saying.
I think he goes through at least till 90. So he has to win at least 3 more terms.
Mm,
I'm
oh,
okay with.
What do you
I'm
mean?
okay
Wait
with
3
the-
more terms?
No, that he's gonna have so he's on his second term, third election win, right? So he has to get 3 more election wins to be on his sixth. He's gonna go on it to the fifth term. I think puts him in the 90th age, right? Because yeah, that's 12 years. So so I think he'll serve 5 terms, but he'll win 7. Because we count that he won 2020, and then he'll win that last one, but I think he'll die because he'll be like 90 something at that point. so then whoever's his VP at that point might still be JD Vance, might be somebody else. Then they take the dictatorship, like, you know, they take that for the next like 50 years.
Do you following that?
Well, that's a theory, if anything.
Ask me one of the beers in the fridge. So Slender.
Yeah.
Before I move on into the next, because we're about to do some fucking pirate wars here. Did you have anything on the tariffs, the stock market? Because we lost you around that topic, basically.
Well, it's being tied into gaming again because everybody's blaming the tariffs and everything like that for the Nintendo Switch prices that are coming out.
Oh yeah, I wanted to get on that today, but I'm glad you brought that up. Go ahead. Yeah, I'll let you finish.
Yeah, so I've been arguing with retards about that all day, and of course they're all out there defending the billion-dollar corporation.
So
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna just say this. Fuck the Nintendo Switch 2. Straight up, not buying it, not even looking at it. You're out your rocker, bro.
When they
That
first
is
announced
insane.
I was
I'm not
hyped.
against getting it.
I was
just don't think
interested.
there's anything I'm really gonna play.
No, I'm against getting it because it's basically doubled the price of the first Switch. And that was back in 2019 when it came out. And remember, 2019, we had a tariff rate going on of what, 25%? That's more than the 19% that we have going on right now. But Nintendo didn't budge on their pricing then.
Nah, bro, I'm not about it. $80 games, fuck you. I don't care what.
But
Pokemon comes out.
Here's the biggest thing for me, the kicker when it comes to Nintendo. They decided to follow along Ubisoft's whole, you must get comfortable with not owning your games. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you look at what
dude, I hate that whole keycard shit.
Yeah, so instead of cartridges that have the game, like we've been used to for the longest time, it's just a cartridge that has
only with Nintendo. They're the last like real cartridge in the game.
Yes. They've been the last one as of most lately, but now they are changing as well. The cartridges that you get don't even have a game anymore. It's just a license key to download the game.
Yeah, so like what's the point?
And it costs $10 more for the physical.
For like literally nothing. For what? Like
for a box.
They charging you for an empty box.
I mean, that's basically
I
what it
hate the
is.
people, by the way. I had some fucking brainlet on X because I was talking like, people were making the argument that like you could put these games like, on an SD card, like, Nintendo's version of the SD card, and the games would fit. Because some people were saying, oh, there's no way you can make it fit on something that small. And I'm like, are you fucking retarded? Like, you could put a terabyte on something that. Oh, but it costs too much money. Okay, fine. So like a 64 gig SD card is like $4. So if you mass produce it, it has to be like 10 cents. Like, like who fucking knows? Anyway, point is, some idiot said, well, SD cards aren't the same thing as cartridge. It's like, you realize they're both little fucking storage devices that transfer information from the storage device to the Switch. Like, they're the same thing, bud. Like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you really think that cartridges and SD cards are the exact same fucking technology, you might be a retard.
These people might be surprised to find out that CD-ROMs could store music and games, along with movies. That's crazy.
Yeah, these Zoomers don't know anything about that.
I mean, you may not be able to play the movies on a regular CD-ROM, but you can still put them on there.
We had DVDs, baby. No, well, DVDs you used to be able to at least put music files in that too, depending on how you formatted it.
DVD is where you can go the full length and put games,
spectrum,
music, movies, all that on there.
DVDs, bro.
Zero! Boogeyman is back.
Yeah, I'm glad he's back. I'm glad
Hold
he's
on.
back. I needed
Wait.
some profanity.
One moment.
I needed some mental rot.
Hold on a moment. Did you call yourself the Boogeyman?
Oh yes, yes I did.
Phrasing?
Zero, how you feeling today?
I love that your meme train went to this one as he joined now. That's actually real good.
How you feeling today, dude?
I'm doing all right.
All right. We're gonna
like I said on episode 1 of this little shindig, I have turned to a life of crime. And it's been quite profitable.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Are you beating these tariffs?
I'll be beating these tariffs. I don't know about you guys.
Oh no, we were definitely beating the tariffs. We're doing fine. We're doing quite chippy over here. My portfolio is in the green.
I actually don't have a portfolio, but I actually managed it. As soon as Trump got elected, I paid off all my debt.
I don't know, man. You better go check them numbers.
Zero debt, baby.
Dropping like a goddamn rock.
Depends what you invested in.
Which is fair. So maybe you made the right investments, but there's gonna be a lot of angry people out there.
I keep watching my profile every day.
Just got a whole lot lighter.
You want to know who's my favorite that's unhappy about having their pockets lighter?
Which is?
BlackRock and Vanguard, who has a lot of stake in a lot of the companies that are negative right now.
All right, I'll consider that a net positive.
Yeah. Hey, we can agree on something.
They're definitely gonna make all their money back though, and more.
They're gonna pull some bullshit and make all that money back.
Well, yeah, because they're gonna just throw more at it. It's on a fire sale right now. Buy more. When they know. See, unlike me, who's trying to figure this out, they know when it's gonna reach the bottom.
Yep.
I don't know. They will, and they'll just buy that shit right back at a discount fire sale.
Well, they know because they're the ones manipulating it. Like, they're the ones manipulating policy and everything to go their way for the market to manipulate. That's why they know. And if they don't, they have a very good idea.
Yep.
Andy.
Yo.
How are you? Have you deported any gay hairdressers today?
Nope. I just pointed the other direction when ICE came around asking.
Okay. See, that's good because, Andy, it really sucks to wake up one day in El Salvador.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, we got U.S. citizens taking free trips to El Salvador right now. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
you can't have an omelet without cracking a few eggs. This is the consensus on this podcast.
See, I was laughing now. Watch some shit happen to somebody you give a fuck about.
Listen, No, listen, I
We'll
felt it.
see.
Can
I
you
felt it because I was the one.
can
that
you
was
name the
bringing
U.S.
up,
citizens that were deported?
Yeah, he said U.S. citizens. By the way, I just want him. I want you
Yeah.
to. You see where the dishonesty and the lying from the left wing comes from, bro.
Ain't nothing, ain't no line on the left wing, bitch. The shit's all over the news on both sides, motherfucker. Like this
No,
shit.
no, no,
that
no, no, no.
actually
I
happened.
will not disagree with you that there were people that were mistakenly sent to El Salvador. I will agree with you.
Yeah, guess
But-
what? Those people can't fucking leave.
No, they
Okay,
can't.
but I'm telling you, they were not citizens. There's a distinction there.
Your
No,
wording.
no. These were people born in the United States
No,
that just happened
give us a name.
to be in the vicinity.
Yeah,
of
please find me this person that was born in America.
The only people
US.
that we've been able to
give me a
find
sec
so
to look
far.
up his name. I want to make sure I say it correctly. So when you go ahead and Google his name and see all the articles, then you can take 30 seconds to shut the fuck up.
All
Give
right,
me
all
2
right. Yeah,
seconds.
yeah.
Go
I'm with
ahead,
you,
go
I'm
ahead.
with
Go. No, I'm ready for this. I need this. I needed this. I was on your side on this one.
We saw the dude from Venezuela, the soccer player guy, right? The dude, the construction worker. That fucking guy.
Yo,
Needed-
who are they checking? Who's checking tattoos? I don't fucking know, bro.
I don't know,
like,
but the ones we found were not U.S. citizens. At least from what we found.
yeah, no, they were green card holders
Yeah.
and work visas.
Yep.
The one that sucked was the steel worker.
Fucking go to work, bro. Just...
You go to work, you come home, and then you
El
find out
Salvador
you're
time.
going actually home, dude. Like full
Oh,
stop.
no, you're going to your real home. What?
Clock out.
And
you're
ladies
going
and gentlemen,
home.
I know again, we wish these mistakes won't happen. We want it to work the way it's intended because we wanted the program to look good and we want to get rid of these fucking people. The
But
ones
we're
that don't
also
belong.
awful people, and we will laugh at it.
But yeah, exactly. Sometimes.
Yo, please tell me you're getting me this fucking name because I need it.
And I don't know if you guys can see this shit, but
can't
I'm
fucking find
I'm the deported color. Maybe you can't see it too much here. The camera's not. But I'm brown as shit. So like, I'm
And
not
if
like
he's
Monkey
not
over here
worried,
where yeah, I ain't too worried.
Oh, by the way, while Zero is looking for that, I wanted to show.
Oh, he'll be looking for a while.
oh yeah,
I
he'll
wanted
take
to-
all the rest of the episode.
Hold
Okay, all right.
on, let me find it. I wanted to show you guys something. Yeah,
Oh, it's such a good program. I'm so glad Andy's here. That makes me so happy.
yeah, dude. I missed Andy on this program. I needed this.
God, we needed some voice of reasoning, okay? I mean, like, you just can't have everyone being right away.
That
well,
is a.
I could have argued on the other side for you guys if you really wanted to.
Policia de Fort Lauderdale. I've never seen this before, and I don't think I'm ever going to see it again. So I'm getting it on video now.
Bro, they had PEI cops in Fort Lauderdale.
Wait,
Mhm.
what? What is this?
That look at that car. I know it
Oh, Policia car. Okay, this was in Fort Lauderdale?
in Fort Lauderdale, dude.
This is probably Hispanic Heritage Month, like, painted car, though. They brought it out. Oh, shit! It's actually genius, honestly. Honestly,
it?
if you think about it, because the illegals that we have in Broward County, like the real bad ones, they see Policia, like they know they think that's ICE.
I'm pretty sure you don't need the word policia on the side of a fucking vehicle with flashing lights to signify that, hey,
No,
these people might take you away.
No, they refer to ICE as Policia.
Oh, first off, last I checked, they called them La Migra.
La
but okay,
Migra.
that's what
La
they say. All right, sure, guy. Sure, white guy, whatever you say, bro. I guess doesn't matter. I guess we gotta do everything from your perspective, right? Like this whole fucking machine is about to fucking fall apart, bro. Like,
Isn't that what the
y'all
left
wanna-
wanted? Holy shit! I am so confused. I am so confused because for decades I was a fucking Democrat and we wanted nothing more than to blow up the fucking corrupt establishment. And now someone's saying, "Hey, this shit's
all right. So
corrupt."
what corrupt people have been de-established right now? Can you name any for me?
Yeah, every single politician that's fucking.
No,
rich.
I want names, bitch.
Chuck
Uh,
Schumer, Nancy Pelosi.
Hold up. Let me bring up the list.
Who are still like not in jail and still working their jobs in Congress, please.
And why do you think they're not in jail?
hookers.
Okay, wait.
Listen, you guys are
Senators.
talking about removing corrupt people. So please tell me who has been
No.
removed.
Okay, no.
You
I
got
agree
rid
with
of that
you.
gay
I actually-
Republican
no,
that was
he's right.
stealing
Andy's
money.
right. Andy's right. My issue, I actually do have an issue that corrupt people have not been imprisoned yet. I actually fully agree with you.
I agree with
Now,
that part.
corrupt spending and fraud is still taking part of taking down the so-called, system that the Democrats want to take down.
So are we still gonna pay out the $11 million tax cut that Elon's setting up for himself?
Can you
Everyone's
give
getting
us something on that?
Yeah, what's happening there? Tell me.
All right. So when it comes to certain procedures done
Regulations?
in corporate America, especially when it comes to the fact that Elon Musk is a proprietor of X,
Right.
sold it to his own company at an $11 billion
Yeah,
loss.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember how we were just talking about BlackRock earlier? That's one of those things that these hedge funds and motherfuckers do to generate more money through the current day tax code. So do that though. So through those tax setup, that tax setup,
right?
Elon's going to be able to go ahead and get 11 straight billion dollars back in his pocket.
So,
well, I mean,
one thing you're wrong about.
taxpayer-
One thing you're wrong about right off the bat is that's company tax. It doesn't go to Elon himself. It goes to the company
That he owns, right?
that
he
he
owns.
Yeah.
But he's not. It's not like he is sole.
You can't liquidate that. You can't liquidate the company. Like you can't just
Right.
get it.
No,
It's
it
net
takes-
value. It's net value, and if we all know something about net value, it's all fucking bullshit numbers.
So a lot of that's
It's all
actually going to
fucking
go kicked back to the
imaginary numbers.
investors. A lot of that's going to go kicked back to the investors is what's going to happen.
and he doesn't own a stake in, what?
No, but I agree with him there.
Do I own a
I'm
stake?
I'm
Yes, I
gonna
do
start right
actually. I do actually.
I agree with Andy in the term that Elon will probably somewhere form will monetarily benefit from this being done. I do not disagree with you at all there. But is Elon already the richest guy in the world?
So will
Yes.
other billionaires and millionaires and
Yeah,
other
yeah.
people that get by the tax codes and stuff already. So it's
Yeah.
not
Do I
really
think-
anything
do I-
new.
Guy
And
doesn't
it
have
goes
his
down to
hand
this,
around the
goes down
neck
to
of the fucking government. So I mean, come on.
So
I-
let me understand this for the layman, because he sold X to his own company. He's gonna get $11 billion from it.
This company's
It's
the
probably
company is
the
going to.
valuation of the company. One absorbs the other one, so it makes the brand.
And it's
bigger.
not
Yeah,
that you get that money directly. It is going to be a
it's not like
tax
he's getting a
write-off.
check.
That the IRS has to pay.
Look, but okay, again, I agree with Andy and all that, so that's
Mm.
fine. But I would also say and I
IRS
wish-
only
I hope
pays
Andy
if they
agrees
have to
on this.
actually pay out. If the tax isn't being paid to them, then and it's like where they owe you money, then they pay you out. But if it's where you end up owing them, then you have to pay them. So it depends on how the financials go for him when it comes for the next taxes.
Okay. All right.
There's too many regulations, and the tax code's way too complicated. I think those two things. I don't know how many people agree with those two statements on their own, not involving Elon or not. I just think too many regulations, tax code too fucking loophole-y fucking complicated. Like we gotta just fucking fix those at some fucking point. I think everyone can agree with that, and I think that we're heading in that direction. Will people benefit off those decisions? Of course, and I think everyone is currently benefiting, but it's obviously when it comes to wealth, it's fucking scaled, and the richest people benefit the most.
Andy, are you ready for the third term?
Hey Google, turn on the black lamp.
Is that it? The black lamp?
I
Is
do
this
have a-
it's the doom and gloom. lamp?
Someone turned off the lights. Hey Google, turn on the bedroom lights.
What is this with your fucking background picture, dude?
Oh wait, me?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, hold up.
Look at this. Money bag, money pillows.
Yeah, right. It's like little money pillows.
The fuck is going on here? Look at that AI Donald Trump that don't even look like him.
No, no. That's why it's really good for like background. You don't look too deep into it.
Yeah.
This is just the world leaders handing Trump money because of the tariffs.
Oh, okay.
They're giving us all their money.
Andy, how you feeling about the tariffs?
Listen, listen. The warnings, man. The warnings were out there about these tariffs. For me, listen, I was smart. I bought all my equipment that I needed before April 1st. And I buy all my games digital, so I don't have to worry about none of that shit electronics wise.
But your Switch 2 is gonna be so much money.
Fuck Nintendo.
Yo, for real though.
My Switch 1 is good enough. My Switch 1 doesn't get enough love. Dude, I don't even have Joy-Con drift yet. All right, that's how.
Oh, bro, I have like 10, maybe like 8 or 10 Joy-Cons. They all have something wrong with them.
Yeah,
mostly stick drift. But now one of them, the light doesn't turn on no more. The little like what player you are light, it works, but it doesn't light up. And then like another one has a trigger that doesn't work. Like they're all fucked up.
Huh. I haven't had an issue with my Joy-Cons. I've had them since I got the Switch when it first came out.
Bro, every Joy-Con has them.
Dude, I went through like 6
Oh,
different pairs of
I played Super Smash Brothers. I definitely played hard enough.
If you play Smash Brothers on Joy-Con,
you're crazy. What the fuck? That's impossible to play.
Sometimes I have to. Sometimes I had to.
I play Smash with the Joy-Con.
And I'll beat your ass in that game, bitch.
And I'm very good with it.
Yeah, but
there's actually hold on. There's a was it in our chat?
Pretty good, Funky. So, you're good. Like, how should I put this?
We're streaming. We're taking a stream for the rest of the program. Smash Bros.
That Goku was when he beat Vegeta.
I won every.
But then Perfect Self shows up.
I won every Smash tournament you threw. Like at my parties.
This is why I know.
At his parties. That's a big disclaimer. I thought he was gonna say at a con or something.
Did we share the video in our group chat?
We don't have you guys, like you're like I said, Dragon Ball Z. You're Saiyan Saga, bro. All right, you're Saiyan Saga. All right, you still got Frieza. You still got Cell.
Someone needs to send. Someone needs to send Andy the little Mac player who plays on Joy-Cons.
All right, nigga, I just fought Jaren like 3 days ago. I got my ass.
Yo, I'm about to fire that shit right up. We're gonna join a match. One of us streams it.
My link is fucking deadly.
I'm with it. Fuck it. I'm with it.
My link is deadly, bro. And I'll be
all right, Andy, bro. WrestleMania. You going to? Are you? Wait, you know what? I know. Is there a WrestleMania barbecue happening?
There's a WrestleMania barbecue. Night 1 is happening at PJ's. Night 2 is happening at my house.
Okay, Andy, look at that. We could all get together and we could play Smash Bros. And find out if Monkey's a real player.
Well, first you're still owed a kick to the nards.
No. You downgraded that.
No. I had to rescind that downgrade because I know you've been talking shit while I've been away.
If we're going to have a Smash Brothers competition or a Smash Brothers fight,
I'm watching, but I'm watching.
So if we're going to have any kind of like Smash Brothers fight, then it needs to be melee because I will wipe the floor with all of you in melee.
Why? Because you know all the cheat fucking stupid techniques.
Melee in a while.
No, melee is just the only one I've actually played competitively.
Wait.
We still have that Project M or whatever it was.
Yeah, Project M.
Hold up.
That's where it was at.
Melee is just the only one I played competitively. That's why I have faith in myself on that one.
I like how this
man said melee.
I like how this podcast went from fuck Nintendo to let's talk about Smash.
We said fuck Nintendo as a company. We didn't say we didn't like their product.
Old Nintendo's goated.
I don't care what Pokemon you fucking you do for the Switch 2. I'm not buying it. Fuck you guys. Listen, gamers, if you this is a turning point. This is a turning point.
Vote with your wallets.
If you fucking buy a Switch 2, you're a cuck.
Facts.
No, seriously, you are. If you buy a Switch 2, you definitely have a girlfriend who has a boyfriend that bought it for you.
take that shit back.
or your girlfriend, or chances are like either that or like your girlfriend does things with these other guys to get money for her to buy it for you.
Oh, you got an OnlyFans girlfriend.
Either way, you're
Yeah.
getting netopad and get out of it. Run.
Register the serial number for the console in your name, and then run for the hills.
If you fucking justify that fucking price in those $80 games, I swear to God, America. There's no way.
I know you hear that. Sounds like I need to, dust off some cobwebs.
Oh.
I still have a GameCube somewhere. I don't know where it is.
So
mine's right here. I got all my shit hooked up.
Let me see if I can get this stuff. Yeah.
Now hear that wonderful sound.
Who do you play on Melee?
I play both Marios. I play Game & Watch, and
Oh, easy. You're going
I
to
got
be
one
an
pocket
easy.
character that I don't mention to anybody.
You're going to be an
Okay, they
easy
got
clap.
pulled
I'm going to clap those booty cheeks. So easy.
I play Link.
That was Marth.
Link
I
and Melee?
play Zelda.
Ooh.
Oh, you a sheep. You a sheep.
Yeah, we will definitely have some great matches. I'm very aware. Yeah, fuck it, I ain't waiting no more. Oh yeah, fuck! I was supposed to let it play out. Hold on. I gotta hit the Super Smash Brothers.
أنها مستمرة في الملاحة الإسرائيلية في البحرين الأحمر والعربي.
Terrorists speaking Smash Bros.
حتى وقف العدوان على
Okay, hold on. Pause it real fast. This is a spokesperson from Ansar Allah, literally the Houthi terrorists, and they're talking about support for Palestine. Like, come on now.
The Houthis have their own like little pretend like army thing too. I thought they were just like pirates.
تؤكد القوات المسلحة اليمنية.
They got this guy. This is a Houthi.
Well, you gotta understand when it comes to like the whole geopolitical situation. Be positive for just a sec.
Go ahead.
Because I've gotten into numerous arguments about this. In fact, to the point where even if I post about it, I don't answer any comments, or I definitely don't hop on any DMs about this, because a lot of people have lost their fucking minds. But
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get two things clear. Number one, while I feel Israel has the right to defend itself, they are definitely going overboard when it comes to killing fucking kids.
I agree there.
Second,
Yes.
if you agree,
That's
if
the
you
most
can't
basic
find
thing
any
you can have.
sympathy for innocent children getting bombed, that's a problem. That is a personal fucking problem, and you need to get some fucking help.
That
And I
is
say
the
it this
most
way
basic
because
thing.
at the end of the day, it's like this. All right. Because I remember I first heard this, mind you, I remember back when, before I was into politics, when I would have that blessed ignorance to not know about this ongoing, like, fucking 50+ year conflict at that given time. All right. We're going on, what, 70, 75 years now that these two sides have been fighting it. And I don't understand why them people fighting. There's like two sides. You got the niggas with the tanks and the niggas with the rocks. And when the guys with the tanks come through and blow up all them houses, all you're doing is giving them more rocks. And everybody laugh. So, wait, let me get to the point here.
Based.
So, it was credibly based, because at the end of the day, it's like this. You have all these people talking about death to Israel, right? Or whatever. And then you got these other people, you know what I'm saying, that probably didn't want to get involved, didn't want to take a side, didn't want to be part of these.
Hold on. I'm starting to get a little concerned. Andy, did you have like a black pill, red pill moment or something?
No, I'm just no. See, this is what actual centrism sounds like. If you don't hang out with or probably listen to any,
He's
you wouldn't know.
Fetterman. He's Fetterman now. He's fucking turning on us.
So the point I'm, because mind you, this is no longer a left or right issue come the election. Because think about it. How many people either sat out the election, counter voted, or whatever, because they were mad at the way Joe Biden was handling the Americans' involvement with this
So-
whole situation.
So what I was saying, the red pill, black pill
wait,
thing
wait.
isn't political.
Let me
It was turned into political. It was. It's more of a revelation of truth.
Yes. All right. So, and that truth is that the more that these military fucking operations continue to go unchecked with absolutely positively no regard for people that live in that area, all right, all you're gonna do is make more people mad who are just gonna join these fucking organizations.
Yeah, because these people, the Hamas is telling the regular people, "Oh, Israel's evil," and then Israel responds by doing evil.
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Exactly.
Like, Israel's
They're like,
not
"Well, yeah,
evil.
maybe they are fucking evil."
See, that's the point. That's exactly the point I'm making.
Right.
Israel is not evil, but
No.
doing some shit like this makes them look evil.
Oh, hold on. I will
That's why-
counter with Israel, or the Israeli people themselves as a general are not evil. The Israeli government is.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're just fucking.
And I've had
the most
somebody
global
that's been
and
blowing my
globalist.
inbox for the past week. And the only reason why I know is because every time I see their name pop up, because I got them muted on my Facebook or my Facebook Messenger. So every time I see that shit, you know what I'm saying? Their name just pops up with more and more shit. And this motherfucker, it ain't just memes or maybe a sentence. These are fucking paragraphs. Because the ones I did see were, dude, bitch writing term papers in my goddamn DMs.
Well, the problem
And still
is,
ain't-
the
like,
problem
bitch, show
is
me
you
some
try and
titties,
talk.
maybe I'll
Yeah.
fucking open the messages. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn. Like, but the point I'm trying to make is that, like, it's getting ridiculous, especially this left-right shit. Because the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
is, I was never truly on the left. I was always in the fucking middle, and not in the middle of the American political spectrum, because that's so far skewed to the right. You know what I'm saying? I might as well I might as well be edge guarding the left side at this point. So that's why a lot of people will go ahead, oh, he lefty, he a liberal, this and that. I just like to speak from common fucking sense, bro. I mean, and then some people, they either have agendas that they don't want to admit, or they're just fucking stupid and just believe whatever the fuck somebody on Fox News tell them or whatever. Like, I don't even argue this shit no more. This is pretty much the first time I've actually sat down and talked politics in quite some time.
Zero, that was like really great. So I got one question.
Go for it.
What does this have to do with Luffy? Like, okay.
So I think part of it is if you try
How
and talk
does-
on these topics, you get either one extreme or the other, and that's what I've been dealing with
Yep.
as well when I try and discuss this topic. Because I try and
Yeah,
tell people flat out,
insane.
I don't care if
Fucking
both of these states just completely bombed each other off of the map when it comes down to brass tacks. But when I speak in a sense of I have hope for the people to have peace and everything like that in a general sense, the common folk. That's what I try to speak to.
Right.
So, and I try to make the distinction between, the governments, the people that are actually puppeteering all of this compared to the people that are just, having to survive and put up with it or just trying to get by. And I either get called one way or the other, either a Zionist
insane.
or all
It's
these other
actually insane.
things.
I don't
So,
understand.
Yeah, but someone called me a Zionist the other day. I was like, what?
and one person
then
even
I'm
said I was like ethno-religious or something. I'm like, I'm an atheist.
Oh my god.
So
Religiously ethnocentric?
Yeah, something
So-
like that.
the reason for my question right there was in this particular context with the Houthis. They're, from what I understand, just bombing ships in the fucking Suez.
Basically,
What the fuck? What the fuck
the
does
problem
that
is
have to do with anything in the
they're
price
doing
of
it-
tea in fucking Pakistan?
well, there's some of it. Some of them are doing it supposedly in support of Palestine, and then you also have people
How
like
does that
Hassan.
support Palestine?
Good question. But the problem with it is you also have propagandists, as he likes to call himself, like Hassan Piker, putting people out
People
there
on the
and
left
then
don't
like
even like that
promoting
thing. I
it.
just want to say that. I just
Well,
want to say that.
some people on the left do, but yes, a large majority don't.
Yeah, it's brain dead fucking followers.
Well, I mean, look at the people that are sticking to the
Um,
extremes of the left right now.
I'm in
Look at the
DGG.
ones
We
that
hate
fucking
Hassan.
Period. Listen, political extremists are just fucking idiots
Of
that
course.
just don't have time to enjoy fucking art. You know what I'm saying? Go fucking listen to a fucking album or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, play a video game. You know what I mean?
Destiny, go back to playing StarCraft, you fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Like every time we're kicking it and you listen to Destiny in the car, and I just be like, dude, I would own the shit out of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like every time he calls and says these people, and mind you, he always makes sure he's got dumb people on the other line. So he can,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you can hear the retardation in their fucking voice.
So honestly, I think you would win a debate against
Jake Paul
Destiny
of
just
the
because
shows,
you can
alright?
like probably talk over him more than he would be able to stop you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just part. Oh, that's just part of it because not only will I be able to talk over him, I'd be able to go ahead and talk just as eloquently and probably even more because this guy, he sounds like the guy that I just learned a bunch of big words, so I'm just going to use them a lot so I can sound more intelligent than I really am.
Yeah, I have
Like,
gotten
that's
that impression from him.
Go back to making StarCraft maps. I missed it. What that? Sorry. Yeah. So these guys are
Back here practice.
These guys are just bombing the Suez and then saying, "Hey, yeah, it's for Palestine." I'm just saying.
Yep.
So we're bombing them.
تؤكد القوات المسلحة اليمنية أنها مستمرة في منع الملاحة الإسرائيلية في البحرين الأحمر والعربي ومستمرة في إسناد الشعب الفلسطيني حتى وقف
Hey, it's
العدوان
not
على
propaganda.
غزة
It's just
ورفع
fucking.
This shit looks like AI, B.
Yeah, but is this
Everything
was
is
that real? Was that
propaganda.
not a
Look at
skit?
this, look at this mouth, bro. That's just AI, dude.
Go back, because I thought it was
Go
a
back.
skit.
Yeah, bro. I'm pretty sure it's
الأحمر
AI, dude.
ومستمرة في إسناد الشعب
Notice
الفلسطيني
his head
حتى
doesn't
وقف
really
العدوان
move
على
while he's
غزة
talking.
He's
ورفع
super
الحصار
serious, bro.
عنها
He's
Yeah, but people like naturally like move around when they're talking.
bro. I honestly, okay.
And then on top of that, if you also look, he doesn't blink not once in that entire clip.
Okay. Well, let me watch this for a little. I want to see what's going on here. This is very interesting.
All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on.
So this is the Navy saying we're gonna shoot these fuckers out. God damn. America. Did you guys not feel freedom as that jet took off?
Do you know what feels like true freedom? Riding the simulator for like one of these types of jets or the planes or whatever.
Did you express
I
your
want to
concerns
actually
the
drive one
president
now.
That you were opposed to the Houthi strike, and also, what did you mean when you asked or when you said in that thread that the president wasn't aware that his
So
directions
you're
for
tell me this
Yemen
guy's gonna
were
style on
inconsistent
Zelensky and then
with
Jack
his
his
message
style,
on
bro?
Europe?
Well, I didn't quite say that. I think that's a
Haters,
slight
bro, haters.
misunderstanding of what I said. But we've talked, of course, in the American media about Signalgate, as I called it, for the past week.
Oh my God! I forgot about that.
We didn't talk about the signal.
Oh my God! I forgot about that.
And he's gonna feast. And he's gonna feast on this one.
All right, no, I'm gonna fucking let JD cook, and I'm bringing up Signalgate.
Well, we gotta talk about these Houthis. We gotta talk about these Houthis.
Yes. Go ahead, JD.
And here's what I told the president and the entire national security team is that, yes, it is in the interest of the United States of America to preserve navigation. Yes, it is in the interest of the United States to kill terrorists who are preventing navigation in the Red Sea. But we got to make sure that we do it right. We have to be careful. We have to make sure the timing is right. And of course, what that leak revealed, I think, is a private communication between the president's senior advisors about how best to prepare the American people for what we all thought we had to do, about the right timing of when we should do something, and of course, surfacing the strategic questions that we needed to decide and brief the president on so that he could ultimately make the decision about what we would do. What I saw in that signal chat, and of course, what I've seen in the president's senior national security team, is that sometimes we all agree and sometimes we all disagree, but it's important that we all have an honest conversation amongst ourselves and with the president of the United States about what we think is the best interest of the national security of the United States of America. I support the president's decision to strike the Houthis. I always supported the president's decision to strike the Houthis, and I support the national security team having the argument about how best to serve the American people.
I would like to ask something regarding the signal chat, though. Did we ever get a transcript of the signal chat?
I think
Yes.
the Atlantic dude like released like everything. I'm pretty sure at some point.
He actually released the transcript?
All the screenshots, I believe, right?
Hold on, I'm looking.
I wasn't that interested in this. I
No,
knew they fucked up, and I'm like, oh, y'all fucked up with the biggest Karen fucking reporter ever. You guys
So,
really
look,
did it this time.
here-
You really
here's-
did it this time, boys. Like,
I already said it in our chat when the story was first brought up by whoever. But the literally the journalist is the same one that reported the bad information regarding 9/11 that got us into war.
well, that's an interesting fucking plot twist. But I think they confirmed that they leaked it to this guy too. So it's like it's not like
They
he made it
confirmed
up.
that he got into the chat, but it's not like they did it on purpose still. So
Yeah, no,
my question came down to was because sometimes, officials will have their phones preloaded for them with contacts and everything. Was this like a malicious staff? Like, was there malicious intent is what I've been trying to figure out. Like, was this someone that put the contact there?
Who let this fucking guy in here? Who let the fucking guy in there? All right,
Because
let's track-
what if the contact was named something else and that's how he got added to the chat? Because Signal was put into place by the Biden administration to use for the government for messaging purposes.
They'll probably switch to WhatsApp by the end of the fucking time.
No, the X chat. They're gonna be on X chat, sending DMs.
They'll be in Twitter Spaces, fucking announcing their plans.
Twitter space.
Nah, bro, they're going to Blue
Hold on,
Sky.
wait, hold on, calm down. Don't give Trump ideas, Andy. He probably will do that.
Elon probably is setting it up as we speak, bro. It's very too late.
Oh no.
Grok is chilling inside the White House right now, bro.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably true. Hold on, here's the entire transcript. Oh shit.
Okay, they have the transcript. All right, let's take a read of the transcript. See what's actually in there.
Are we gonna read through this? But
All
hold
right.
up,
I
really
mean,
wanna
we
talk
don't
about
need
this
to like
movie.
really read. We'll get right back to the Houthis, yeah. But we're going to go through that transcript too.
More America!
You guys know the meme about the pirates. I'm the captain now and all.
Wait,
that
wait, 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 wait.
Yes. Ooh.
and blew them up. That's who I pictured the Houthis to be, bro.
That's some good old
That's how I
thought it was
pictured them too.
freedom, baby.
I thought they were just some fucking ring-a-ding pirates, but it turns out it's a whole military operation.
Yep.
Just delete.
America.
Yeah, basically.
I can see the red, white, and blue in the smoke.
Oh fuck, flare colors. Our bombs come with extra freedom.
Honestly, they should do that. I would support a little extra after they go through the defense spending and make sure we get rid of the waste and everything first. I would support making sure that there is enough in the budget for them to have colored smoke in red, white, and blue for every time they drop a bomb.
Every time they bomb something. Just a reminder.
Boy, why stop there? How about just making sure that every fucking bomber has a loudspeaker on it? You know what I'm saying?
Hold on,
And
wait,
it's
hold on.
playing
This is
fucking
actually sounding good.
America
Hold on.
Fuck yeah from fucking Team America World Police.
Well,
Just walking down the street, all you hear is
America!
So
Oh,
hold on.
how
We do
the
that
problem. We do that thing where we drop the flyers.
So-
Deja,
so-
brought to you by America.
That would be all right. So all of that would be funny, but the problem with it is the loudspeaker thing would be inefficient for dropping bombs because usually you want that to be stealthier.
Listen,
They
by the
were
time you
trying to-
notice
Nah,
that a
bro,
bomb's being dropped on you,
The
it's
bomb's
too
gotta
fucking
be
late.
like, yeah, the bomb's gotta be like 50 feet in the air before the loudspeaker goes off, and then it's
You put the speaker on the bomb,
On the bomb.
or you
Yeah.
rig it where the bomb explodes and the speaker's just left there playing the song.
All right, or when you drop the bomb, when after you drop like the speaker on like a parachute.
imagine that's the last thing you hear before you die. All right, sorry.
Looking to do something. They want to know, how do we stop? Can we have peace? The Houthis want peace because they're getting the hell knocked out of them. They're very, very strong. The Houthis are dying for peace. They don't want this. The Houthis
Phrasing.
have been horrible to the world. What they've done, killed a lot of people and knocked down a lot of ships and planes and anything else. You know, it's not just the ships. And they have been hit. They have been hit harder than they've ever been hit, and they want us to stop so badly. And they've got to stop. They've got to say no mas. But I can only say that the attacks. It's attacks every day, every night. It's not just the one you're talking about. One, the attacks have been very successful, even beyond our wildest expectations. We've hit them very hard, very successfully.
Everything's good. We're America. Damn, they fucked that shit the fuck up. All fucked up. That's some good old fashioned American demo work.
بإسقاط طائرة أمريكية معادية النوع MQ-9 وذلك أثناء قيامها بمهام عدائية في أجواء محافظة مأرب وذلك بصاروخ مناسب محلي الصنع. تؤكد القوات المسلحة اليمنية أنها مستمرة في منع الملاحة الإسرائيلية.
Oh well, I guess you guys are gonna get deleted.
ومستمرة في إسناد الشعب الفلسطيني.
Is this dude retarded?
العدوان على غزة
Yep.
ورفع الحصار عنها.
You support Palestine and that you're gonna fight the Israel? Oh, good luck with that, bud. And you got the Houthis? Oh, brother, you guys are done by next week. I don't think you know how this goes. I don't think they understand. Trump's not interested in long wars. He's gonna get rid of you quick, real quick.
All right, Suggs, now that we went through that, we're gonna be
All right, Houthi PC small group.
We
love
don't
this.
have
By
to
the way,
read
don't
like
very-
every little thing of it. I just want to like see exactly like, get a good idea of what exactly was said in there to see like what is so bad that everybody's blowing up over it.
So
it's not even that crazy, honestly.
it really isn't. It is quite literally.
It's kind of dull, actually.
It's
That's what
a
I figured.
boomer. It's a boomer WhatsApp.
That's what I figured.
Boomer WhatsApp.
It's a boomer WhatsApp, bro.
It is. Yeah, it looks like WhatsApp. Anyway, so they add everybody, and we can skim through this, right?
Like this is some boomer ass shit, bro.
Yep.
Team.
Yeah,
you
this
should
is
have
literally
statement of
a Microsoft
conclusions.
Teams meeting over chat, and everyone is freaking out. Like this happens every day in every fucking level of government. This is not. You just joined the fucking Teams meeting, and you're fucking calling this the biggest scoop ever. Like, look at this team. I am out for the day doing an economic event in Michigan, but I think we are making a mistake. 3% of U.S. trade runs through Suez, and then he gives other details. Strongest reason to do this, POTUS said, is to send, but now I am not sure the president is aware how inconsistent this is with the message on Europe right now. Blah, 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 blah. I'm willing to support, but they're okay, cool. So
Yeah.
Jenny Vance says, And again, no controversy with that. I think there's like not even like it. All right, so nothing to drive it. We have will likely take straight. Look at this. They're like writing emails to each other basically in this group chat.
Yeah, this is
VP,
crazy.
I
And
understand
there's
your
still
concern.
nothing of that's like. There's like nothing that would be like top secret or anything. They're literally just going over like their.
Guys, this is straight up a fucking chain. This on a, I want to say like if this was like city public government, like on a project or something, I get this is technically like a military operation they're talking about, but like this would be public record. Like this is not even like that spicy so far.
Weren't the Hillary emails at least a little spicier than this?
A little spicier than
Oh.
this. So yeah, they're having a back and forth. Look at this.
Yeah, this
Look at
is literally
okay,
just.
cool. They're having a whole.
I share your loathing of European freeloading. It's pathetic.
They literally just sound like they're having like a whole like chat on like
back
a
and forth
social
meeting
media
of-
or
again,
something.
This is a Microsoft Teams meeting over text. Like this is.
Here we
Look at
go. Here we go. Here's the war plans.
Team update. Like I swear, this even the language here is just so fucking government. There you go. That this would be considered the super leak, like a bunch of like
shit that already happened
timelines that
before
this
he
is gonna
typed it.
happen in the next couple hours. Like
Yeah.
By the time this story got out, I'm sure all this even already happened. Like
Oh, it did. It was already
I
done
just
when the
find it
story came out.
hilarious that, you know what I'm saying? All this.
there you go. Now they're talking about the results. Blah 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 blah. Now it's collapsed. Excellent. Yeah, just a little government group chat. Look at that! Everyone congratulating themselves.
Oh my, the
Good job.
emojis.
Good job. The department. Good job, department. Like this is the most. It's a harmless fucking group chat. It's just a shame it had to do with military operations, which makes it controversial. But like,
I mean, you figured they would just do something a little bit more secure.
So, like I said, the
yeah,
signal precedent was put in place by the Biden administration. That became the protocol because of that administration's decision to do it.
there you go. There you go. And it's
So-
literally WhatsApp. You see that? It looks like WhatsApp.
To
It's
give fair
like,
criticism to the Trump admin, though, they could have, decided to go away
not
from
to
Signal.
fuck up.
No, they could have, not used Signal. They could have
Oh, not
used
use
something
Signal?
else.
Yeah, but adding that dude to the group chat, like it doesn't-
Again,
it's
Signal,
I don't
yeah.
think it's like the platform as much as it is like you let somebody who wasn't supposed to be in the
Right.
group chat in the group chat.
Signal, it was a protocol. It's already set up within the government and everything. So if they set something new up, it takes them, all the time to do that to replace it. So it makes sense already using Signal.
Look, man.
but they
all
should
I
have
know
changed.
about IT and government is that they're always looking for something to do, and it's a pain in the butt, and nothing ever works. So like,
That is true.
yeah, don't be switching things around because when you start switching things around, a lot of things break. IT. And I think that's why our social security system is like 85 years old. But at some point, you gotta wait out there.
You got to bird up sometimes.
Bird up.
It's not all.
All right. For our last bit of entertainment for our closeout, we have Elon Musk.
I was told he's quitting or whatever.
Bro, I am so fucking glad that you brought up the Signal thing because I was like,
Yeah, we would have missed out on that one. We would have been they would have accused us of being phony journalists that don't cover Trump's deficiencies, even though technically that wasn't him, that was his people, but technically a fuck up.
Retards. How do you fucking add the fucking journalists?
Yeah. But really not that big of a deal. It really overblown like crazy because Trump, but it's not that crazy.
I know there's a lot of interest in this. First, let me start with you, Elon. What are the budgetary savings goals, and how much do you think you've achieved so far?
Our goal is to reduce the deficit by $1 trillion. So from
Thanks for having us.
Shit, my bad.
And there's a lot of cut the deficit in half to 1 trillion, or looked at it in total federal spending to drop the federal spending from 7 trillion to 6 trillion. We want to reduce the spending by eliminating waste and fraud, reduce the spending by 15%, which seems really quite achievable. The government is not efficient, and there's a lot of waste and fraud. So we feel confident that a 15% reduction can be done without affecting any of the critical government services.
I'm going to talk to all the guys.
If not making it better.
I'm going to talk to all the guys here about the specifics. But for you, what's the most astonishing thing you've found out in this process?
The sheer amount of waste and fraud in the government. It is astonishing. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah,
we
no,
routinely
he don't
encounter
say anything like
wastes
in
of
particular.
$1 billion or
Oh,
more.
it's just wasted.
Casually.
It's just wasted money.
For example, like the simple survey that was literally 10-question survey that you could do with SurveyMonkey, cost you about $10,000. The government was being charged almost $1 billion for that.
For just the survey?
$1 billion for a simple.
I went to
online survey, do you like the
Doge.gov and I
national
didn't
park?
find that
And then
transaction.
there appeared to be no feedback loop for what would be done with that survey. So the survey would just go into nothing. It was like insane.
You technically are a special government employee, and you're supposed to be 130 days. Are you going to continue past that, or do you think that's what you're going to do? Or
Well, I think we will have accomplished most of the work required to reduce the deficit by $1 trillion within that time frame.
So in that time frame, 130 days. And the process is a report at some point at 100 days? Or?
Not really a report. We are cutting the waste and fraud in real time. So every day that passes, our goal is to reduce the waste and fraud by $4 billion a day, every day, 7 days a week. And so far, we are succeeding.
And I'm going to talk to the specifics, but there obviously are Doge critics who are reading all kinds of stuff. Obviously, lawmakers on the other side of the aisle are attacking you, and they characterize the approach as this: fire, ready, and then aim.
Oh shit!
And how do you approach that? How do you respond to that?
Well, I do agree that we actually want to be careful in the cuts. So we want to measure twice, if not thrice, and cut once. Actually, that is our approach. They may characterize it as shooting from the hip, but it is anything but that. Which is not to say that we don't make mistakes. If we were to approach this with the standard of making no mistakes at all, that would be like saying someone in baseball's got to bat 1,000. That's impossible. So when we do make mistakes, we correct them quickly, and we move on.
Some people say this shouldn't take a rocket scientist. Steve Davis, you are a rocket scientist.
Used to be.
Yeah, I know. And now essentially you're the chief operating officer of Doge, day-to-day operations. Fair to say?
Yeah, part of the Doge team.
So how did you end up here? What's the biggest challenge you see?
The reason I'm here, which is probably for many, is that I think the goal is incredibly inspiring. I think most of the taxpayers in the country would agree that in order to have the country going bankrupt would be a very bad thing, and therefore the country going not bankrupt is a good thing. That all of us are willing to kind of put our lives on hold in order to do. I think the thing that's special right now is we actually believe there's a chance to succeed.
So does he have an accounting
that there's an
degree?
administration that's supportive and a great cabinet and just a great group that will actually.
What was that guy's name?
Say again, Zero?
He was asking if he has an accounting degree.
One
Listen, I
outrageous
don't
thing
have to
after
brain
another.
surgeon to do
Joe
my
Gavin,
taxes now. Come on.
besides Elon, you're one of several billionaires here, co-founder of Airbnb, and you wanted to help out.
Step further, Doge then publishes these things on our website for maximum transparency. So now the general public, it would have been impossible for the general public to have seen that. Now anyone can just log into Doge.gov anytime and see these payments. As they're not yet in real time, they're close, but they'll probably be in real time within the next few weeks.
But the process still involves Congress, right? At some level?
We try to keep Congress as informed as possible, but the law does say that money needs to be spent correctly, it should not be spent fraudulently or wastefully. It's not contrary to Congress to avoid waste and fraud. It is consistent with the law and consistent with Congress. And we've seen actually great support, at least from the Republican side of the House, and occasionally some Democrats too. It's nice to see people cross the aisle once in a while. Usually when they attack DOGE, they never attack any of the specifics. So they'll say what we're doing is somehow unconstitutional or illegal or whatever. We're like, well, which line of the cost savings do you disagree with? And they can't point to any. And we list them all on doge.gov and the Doge handle on X. And you'll see just outrageous
That's
things,
called
one
moving the
outrageous thing after
goalposts,
another.
people.
Joe Gabbion, besides Elon, you're one of several billionaires here, co-founder of Airbnb, and you wanted to help out.
I bumped into Anthony and Elon probably back in February, and they told me something about a mine that was dealt with retirement, and they said they needed somebody to help out to fix retirement in the government. I love the challenge, so I jumped on board, and it turns out there is actually a mine in Pennsylvania that houses every paper document for the retirement process in the government. Now picture this. This giant cave has 22,000 filing cabinets, stacked 10 high to house 400 million pieces of paper. It's a process that started in the 1950s and largely hasn't changed in the last 70
Google, turn
years.
off the better lights.
And so as he dug into it, we found retirement cases that had so much paper, they had to fit it on a shipping pallet. So the process takes many months, and we're going to make it just many days.
Will it be digitized or how?
Absolutely. So this will be an online digital process that will take just a few days at most. And I really think, it's an injustice to
All right,
civil servants.
that part I do agree
who
with.
are
They do need
subjected
to
to these
digitize this
processes
shit.
that are older than the age of
You're not a
people
fan
watching
of the
your show tonight.
mines?
So we really believe that
We're
the
gonna say these
government
are
can
paper
have an
records that are
Apple
being
Store-like
stacked
experience,
for like
beautifully
100 and something
designed
years, bro.
for
Like,
easier experience, modern systems.
Because right now it's by hand.
Yes, the retirement process is all by paper, literally with people carrying paper in manila envelopes into this gigantic mine.
So they can't retire more than a certain number every month.
Yes.
About 8,000 a month.
That's how the reason we discovered it was we were saying like, well, let's encourage voluntary retirement. I said, well, the most they could do is 8,000 a month, and even under normal circumstances, it can take 6 to 9 months just to have your retirement paperwork processed, and they often get the calculations wrong. So we're like, well, why would it take so long to retire? And they're like, well, because of the mine. And you're like, what do you mean a mine? What's a mine got to do with retiring? And that's where we discovered that all the retirement stuff is still done by paper in a process that looks identical to what occurred in the 1950s. Like if you took a snapshot of the mine when it first started in the 50s to today, it looks the same.
It's amazing. So how long do you think it'll take to turn over?
We're working as fast as we can.
Yeah,
Probably next
just
couple months we'll have
trillions of
this overhauled. And I really think again, like, why are we subjecting our federal workers to processes that